Hi again, everybody. It's good to be back with you again. We've got the Cardinals at the Cubs, the old rivalry renewed here, and Cubs, of course, are 12-3 here in 1908, and we all expected that. Cardinals are 6-9. It's Patsy O'Rourke who's going to start this one off for St. Louis. He rolls a 54 for a 45. Little fly ball over to right field, and it's going to be Schultz with that one for the out, one away. Red Murray now rolls a 21 for a 30. That's going to be a fly ball over to Sheckard in left field, 2 away, and that'll bring up Ed Konecny, and he rolls a 42 for a 22, change to 19. That's going to be a line drive over to third base. Steinfeld has that one for the out. Steinfeld, I've said this before, I know, is always the answer to that trivia question when he had Tinker to Evers to Chance, who was playing third base. Most people don't remember him. Johnny Evers rolls a 25 for an 11. There'll be a single, and he steals second right afterwards. That'll bring up Frank Chance, hitting 327, 403 on-base percentage. And Chance up there rolls a 52 for a 27. That's a ground ball over to the left side. Delahanty. Byrne has it and makes the play and throws to first for the out, one away. Jimmy Sheckard now rolls a 45 for a 14. He takes his base. Art Frum has that W, and you got to watch out for those W's. Jimmy Slagle now, and Slagle up there rolls a 24 for a 13 and strikes out, 2 away, and that'll bring up Joe Tinker. Tinker hitting 300. Everyone on the Cubs is hitting 300. And Tinker rolls a 23 for a 32. Fly ball over to right field. Murray has it for the out. We go to the top of the second. It's Albert Shaw. Shaw rolls a 54 for a 45. It's a fly ball to right field, and Schultz has it for the out, one away. Here now, Bobby Byrne rolls a 56 for a 34, and that's going to be a pop fly over to the shortstop Tinker for the second out. Art Hulskuda, and finally, I can use my German on this channel, rolls a 12 for a 24. It's a little ground ball over to Tinker at short, makes the play and throws to first for the out. Bottom of the second is Harry Steinfeld, who rolls a 55 for an 8. That's going to be a ground ball over to O'Rourke at short, makes the play, throws to first, one away. Wildfire Schultz now rolls a 45 for a 14, takes his base. I told you to watch out for that W, and that'll bring up Pat Moran, who's going to bunt. And he rolls a 45 for a 14, and that's going to be a walk in the end. We'll just skip over all the details and let him have the walk. That'll bring up Ruhlbach, the pitcher, who again is going to bunt. One out here, bottom of the second, runners on at first and second, and he rolls a 32 for a 26. It's a good bunt to the left side. It's going to be Byrne who fields that one, throws over to first for the out, and the two runners move up, 2 away now. Johnny Evers at the plate. Evers rolls a 62 for a 12, and that's going to be a strikeout. We go to the top of the third. Joe Delahanty now for the Cardinals rolls a 22 for a 7. There's a base hit to right. First hit of the game for St. Louis. That'll bring up Billy Gilbert, who, of course, is going to bunt. He rolls a 16 for a 26. It's a good bunt over to Chance. Fields it over on the right side. Flips over to Evers, covering of the bag for the out. One away. Art Frum now. He's going to bunt as well. You know it's 1908, and he rolls a 26 for a 29. It's going to be a strikeout. 2 away. Patsy O'Rourke. O'Rourke rolls a 46 for a 29. That's a bunt. That's a ground ball over to Chance on the right side. Flips that over to Ruhlbach, covering of the bag for the out. Bottom of the third we go, and it's Frank Chance. Chance rolls a 15 for an 11, gets a base hit, and then steals second on the next one. That'll bring up Jimmy Sheckard. Sheckard only hitting 214, not having a great season so far. He rolls an 11 for a 0, though, and here comes that power. And the next roll is a 26 for a 6. It's going to be a double to left center field. That'll score the run and put the Cubs up 1-0, just as everyone expected. Jimmy Slagle up there now will roll a 34 for a 44. It's a little fly ball over to center field. Shaw has that one for the out, one away. And that brings up Joe Tinker. Tinker up there rolls a 25 for a 10. And against the B, interestingly enough, the B will prevent that from being a hit. That's a ground ball over to Byrne at the left side. Throws over to first for the out, 2 away. Harry Steinfeld now. Harry rolls a 61 for a 32. It's a fly ball to right field. And Schultz has that, Murray has that for the out. We go to the top of the fourth. And here is Murray, who rolls a 44 for an 8. That's going to be a ground ball over to Tinker. Makes the play and throws to first for the out. One away. Ed Konecny now. Konecny rolls a 33 for a 0. Here is that second column roll, and it's a 31 for a 2, and he will triple to left center field, and of course that's a big part of this game. Albert Shaw up there now, and we'll have him swing away. Infield does come in to cut off the run, and he rolls a 24 for a 13. It's a good thing I wasn't bunting with him. There's 2 outs now, and here's Bobby Byrne, runner still on a third, and he rolls a 23 for a 27. The Cubs get out of that one as that's a ground ball over to Steinfeld, and he throws to first for the out. Bottom of the fourth, and the crowd's going wild. Wildfire Schultz now rolls a 44 for an 8. There's a little ground ball over to short. O'Rourke has it, throws to first for the out, one away. Pat Moran rolls a 22 for an 8. And there's another ground ball over to O'Rourke. He makes the play, throws to first for the out, 2 away. Ed Ruhlbach now rolls a 32 for a 26. That's going to be a ground ball this time to Gilbert at second, and he makes the play and throws to first for the out. Top of the fifth, it's Art Hulskuda. And he rolls a 25 for an 8. There's a little ground ball over to short. Tinker has it, makes the play and throws over to first for the out, one away. Joe Delahanty Delahanty rolls a 12 for a 24 is another ground ball to Tinker, who picks it up and throws on to first. 2 outs, Billy Gilbert. Gilbert rolls a 36 for a 33, and there is a little E roll. It's going to be a 26 out of the range. That's a little pop-up over to second base. Evers has that one for the out. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth, and it's Johnny Evers. Evers rolls a 15 for an 11, so it's another base hit and then a stolen base for Evers. Second time he's done that one today, and that'll bring up Frank Chance. Let's see what he can do, and he rolls a 15 for an 11. You believe that? He gets the single, and that will score Evers, and Chance gets his second stolen base of the day afterwards. 2-0 Cubs, and that'll bring up Jimmy Sheckard. Sheckard up there has that double, 1 for 2, and he rolls a 45 for a 14, takes his base. That'll bring up Jimmy Slagle. Runners on at first and second, nobody out bottom of the fifth, and Art Frum is really having a hard time. Slagle rolls a 51 for a 9. That's a single that will beat out the infield hit that fills the bases. And here is Joe Tinker. And boy, anything can happen in this one. Tinker rolls a 23 for a 32. It's a fly ball over to right field. Murray has it for the out, and that will score the run. 3-0 now Cubs. Here's Steinfeld. The runners on at first and third. And Steinfeld rolls a 46 for a 29. That's a ground ball over to Frum. His only play first base. Slagle moves up to second. But Frum was able to look Sheckard back to third. 2 outs. And here's Wildfire Schultz. And he rolls a 22 for an 8, and that's going to be a fly ball over to center field. And it's Shaw who has that one for the out, and they get out of the inning, but not before giving up 2 more. 3-0 Cubs, and we go to the top of the 6th, and here is Art Frum. He rolls a 14 for a 43. It's a fly ball over to left field. Sheckard has it, 1 away, and here's Patsy O'Rourke. He rolls a 63 for a 30. It's another fly ball to left field. Sheckard has that one, 2 outs, and here's Red Murray. And we're going to have to re-roll that one. That was in between. There we go. He rolls a 22 for a 7. That's a single to right field, and that'll bring up Ed Kenichi. Runner on at first base, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Kenichi rolls a 36 for a 33, which is a pop-up over to the third baseman, Steinfeld, for the out. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and it's Pat Moran. He rolls a 34 for a 44. Here is that little E-roll. It's going to be a 24 just out of the range. That's a fly ball over to Shaw in center field, who has that one for the first out. Ed Rulbach up there now rolls a 32 for a 26. That's a grounder over to Gilbert. The second baseman makes the play and throws to first for the out. 2 away, and it's Johnny Evers. Evers rolls a 21 for a 13 and strikes out. So we go to the top of the 7th inning, and it's going to be Albert Shaw. For St. Louis, Shaw rolls a 62 for a 12. It's a grounder over to Chance. Does it himself to the bag. 1 away. Bobby Byrne now rolls an 11 for a 7. He gets a base hit over to right field. That'll bring up Art Hulsketter with the runner on at first. And with 1 out, normally I would think about bunting, but Byrne is slow, so we'll have him swing away. He rolls a 26 for a 27, and the gamble does not pay off. It's a ground ball over to Steinfeld. This time it's Steinfeld to Evers to Chance, and that will do it. We go to the bottom of the 7th. That's all because Hulsketter is so slow. Bottom of the 7th, and it's Frank Chance to lead this off. He rolls a 44 for an 8, and that's going to be a single for Chance, and then he's caught stealing. 1 away now for Jimmy Sheckard. He rolls a 31 for a 14. There's a walk, and that'll bring up Jimmy Slagle, who rolls a 55 for a 9. That's a little ground ball over to left side. Burnhausen throws over to first for the out. Sheckard moves up to second, 2 away, and here is Joe Tinker. Tinker rolls a 63 for a 31. That's a fly ball over to center field, and Shaw has that one for the out. We go to the top of the 8th, and it's Joe Delahanty. He rolls a 21 for a 30. Fly ball over to Sheckard on the left. He's got that for the out, 1 away. Billy Gilbert now rolls a 65 for a 35, and the little E rolls a 26. That ends up being a little pop-up over to third base. Steinfeld has that one for the out, 2 away, and that'll bring up the pitcher Art Frum. He'll hit for himself, and he rolls a 61 for a 13 and strikes out. Third strikeout collected by Rulbach, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. There is Harry Steinfeld. He rolls a 46 for a 29. That's a little comebacker over to Frum. Makes the play over to first for the out, 1 away. Wildfire Schultz now rolls a 62 for a 12. There is a little E roll, and it's a 13. That's going to be an error. First error of the ball game. This one's going to be on the second baseman, Gilbert, and Schultz makes it to first base. A pretty well-played ball game by both teams. Here's Pat Moran, who rolls a 66 for a 0. And his next roll is a 51 for a 6. That'll be a double, sending Schultz over to third. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Rulbach, with 1 out, runners on at second and third, bottom of the 8th inning. He's going to go ahead and go up there and take his cuts. He doesn't have a hit yet this season. And he rolls a 54 for a 45. There's that little E roll, though. It's a 53 out of the range. It's a fly ball over to right field. Murray has it, but it's deep enough to score the run. So Rulbach, without having a hit this season, has an RBI. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, and it's Johnny Evers up there, and he rolls a 32 for a 26, which is a ground ball over to second base. Gilbert has it and throws to first for the out. And we go up to the top of the 9th inning. Cubs up 4-0. Patty O'Rourke will lead this one off, and he rolls a 36 for a 33. It's a pop-up over to the second baseman. Evers has it for the out, 1 away. Red Murray now rolls a 66 for a 0. Let's get some action. 63 now for a 6. That's going to be a double to right center field. Hit number 5 is all for the Cardinals, and that'll bring up Ben Kenichi. No need to panic, and Kenichi rolls a 53 for a 19 and is hit by that pitch. Runners on at first and second now for Albert Shaw. And the roll's a 52 for a 27. That's another double play, and this goes once again Steinfeld to Evers to Chance. And that does it. Cubs win this game 4-0, and they're going to go to 13-3, and they're pacing the National League now, and I'll see you tomorrow with another one. We'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.